So you're having trouble farming void fragments, you also need Excubes, you also need Meseta, and you need EXP. You need everything. Well, I just so happen to have the solution to solve all of that in one trigger. But first of all, if you're new to the channel, I upload PSO2 content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the trigger I'm talking about is the Malevolent Void trigger. Now, before you guys click off the video, I know some of you guys are rolling your eyes right now going, Karo, that's a 12-man trigger, I don't have friends, I don't have that many people to play with, or it's currently 4 in the morning and no one wants to play with me because they're all sleeping like regular people. Well, don't worry, we're not going to be running this on extremely hard, and we're actually going to solo this trigger. And let's head over to the gate area. We'll actually go to Frankus Cafe. So once we're at Frankus Cafe, we're just gonna pop our thing over here. We're gonna go to subquest, we're gonna go to triggers, and the Malevolent Void right here. We're actually gonna be doing it on super hard. You're not gonna do extremely hard because you're not gonna solo that, but you can solo super hard. Now, don't forget the Malevolent Void has an extra 200% rare drop rate as well as EXP earned. So every run you do on super hard, you're gaining around 1 million EXP. So it's pretty good. And each run, especially if you got like 4 to 5 people, you can finish each run in 3 minutes very, very easily on super hard. As long as everyone's like level 90 and above, you should be able to do it relatively quickly. Now, if you're doing it solo, like in my case, I usually take about 6 minutes to do it by myself, and I'm going to showcase it to you. Now, if you're struggling on super hard, or if it's taking more than 10 minutes, then bump it down to very hard. Now, the problem with very hard is you won't be getting as many Excubes because you're not going to be getting a lot of 10-star weapons to break down into Excubes. The main difference between very hard and super hard for void fragments is on very hard you get 2 to 4 void fragments. On super hard you get between 4 to 6 void fragments. And then on extremely hard it's like between 5 to 8 void fragments. So honestly, if you are farming for void fragments like I am because I still need to upgrade my units, then just run it on super hard because it's so much faster. So I'm just going to run on super hard by myself over here just to show you that you can solo this very, very easily. You're going to see over here, I'm just going to take my regular shift to drink. And then if you want, you can also eat jerky as well as take the rare drop rate and all that jazz. And so the main reason on why we can solo this is because we have the Arcs level 3 buff. So if we look at character info right here, you'll notice that we have the character enhancement level 3. And you'll notice that my HP, I actually have 3,165 HP, which is ridiculous. And so we can just start. And because we have this Arcs buff level 3, the boss literally does 1 damage. I'm literally just going to stand there and let the boss hit me a couple times just to show you how little damage it does. And so I'm just going to stand here. He's going to do his time freeze, but it's fine. Hit me. Boom. Oh, it's so painful. 66 damage. Oh no, I'm going to die. Like, he's literally doing no damage to me. Like, all I'm wearing right now is just my regular Trailblazer units. And yeah, you see he does like nothing. Look, let me open up my character info. Do you see my defenses? It's nothing that great, 1,800. I've got a lot of melee power though, which is pretty nice. And look, like, you know, I'm just letting him free hit me and he does like absolutely no damage. So it's gonna be super easy to solo him. Alright, so you don't need to worry about dying. You can just focus on DPS and just keep hitting him. And you actually don't even need to hit his weak spots. You can just hit his face. You just focus on the mask over and over, and then you'll get rid of him really quick. Now, there's one more thing that I wanted to show everyone before I push him into phase, and that is leaping jump. So you can see on number 9 on my key, it is leaping jump, so I can jump super high by using that, and it gives me a 5-second cooldown. By default, that's actually bound to your letter B. So if you look over here, I can press G and H and you can see that I'm moving the highlighted thing across my bar. And so I can select a certain skill and then press B to activate that. I didn't know this. So for example, if I want to activate Xanverse, look, I press B and boom, Xanverse is activated. Leaping Dodge, boom, that's activated. And so it makes it so much easier for me to navigate my skills. So my Leaping Dodge is just bound onto B now because, you know, I just highlight Leaping Dodge and I keep it there. And in order to cycle again, you just have to press G and H. And you can see it didn't take very long for him to go into phase. You know, I wasted like 3 minutes messing around just showing people that, look, I take no damage. Now this party's gonna summon his giant orb. You can literally fail this orb and it won't do anything. Look, I'm literally gonna sit right here. I'm gonna sit right here, sip my tea, and watch this thing explode. And it won't even kill me. It does like so little damage. So, if you're a range class, you might as well just hit him. Just don't even bother hitting the orb. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, wow, you're so painful. Alright, let's get out of this stun lock. I literally heal more when I just like get back up. And there he does the self-destruct thing, and I did like what? Couple hundred damage, and here he is, he's down, and he's almost dead. And that took me, that took me 9 minutes, but then again, I did spend a lot of time goofing about. So it shouldn't take very long for you, as long as you guys are like actually focused. And obviously, if you have a friend or two, it'll make this run so much faster. You see here that I did it all by myself. And now for the loot. So now I want you to pay attention. When I break the crystal, it's going to show you how many void fragments I got. Boom. I got 4 void fragments there and 3 rising weapon badge 4s. And so let's pick up all this loot and let's go identify them and see how many Excubes we can get from all of this junk. Another thing I want to point out is if you are the host of the game and you're using the trigger, you actually gain an extra 100% EXP as well as a 100% rare drop rate, which stacks on top of these two over here, which is the quest link boost. Unfortunately, the quest link boost only has 2 days left, and by the time this video goes live, you'll only have 1 day left. So you've only got 1 day to benefit from this, but it's still a very good method in order to get void fragments as well as Excubes. Let's appraise all these items. Boom. Make them light. See, we got a whole bunch of 10 stars over here. You will get 9 stars because we're only doing it on super hard. But either way, now we go to swap shop, Excubes, and here's a trick that you guys may not know. It took me a while to find out. Just hold down shift and the down arrow, and you'll highlight all these items in order to exchange them into Excubes, and it'll save you a ton of clicking because clicking is annoying. And now you can see at my materials that was 14 Excubes from that one run. And not only that, you have all this junk material over here that you can turn into materials. You can salvage them, you can sell them, you can do whatever the heck you want to do with them. For me, I just throw them into my storage and I'll be salvaging them later on. Now for those who don't know where to get the triggers, you simply come over here to the red light district. You're going to talk to the badge and memory exchanger over here. You're going to go to rising weapon badges and rising weapon badge 4. Scroll to the very bottom over here and you'll see the Malevolent Void. It'll cost 8 rising weapon badge 4s. However, every time you do it, you get like between 3 to 4 back. So that is pretty nice. And you basically just buy like 10, 20, however many you want. And you can just run it solo on super hard. Again, if you are having trouble running it on super hard, bump down the difficulty to very hard. The main reason why I'm running this is for the void fragments. But you can see over here, I'm still using the regular Trailblazer. I'm not using the upgraded version. So in order to upgrade it, I will need 100 void fragments plus the unit. And you need to do that for 3 pieces. So you can see currently I only have 146 void fragments. So I still need to farm quite a bit in order to get to 300 so that I can exchange all 3 pieces to the new Trailblazer upgraded version, as it gives a lot more defense and it gives me a little bit more offensive stats as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the heals, the boosts, the